So I am currently on the Herodium, looking towards Tekoa. There are two towns. This one is Israeli, the one above it is Muslim, and the very top of both of those is ancient Tekoa, home of Amos the prophet. Now if I turn around here, again I'm at the top of the Herodium, scanning across the horizon, you actually get to see here the Herodium. And this is part of Herod the Great's palace near Jerusalem. And you can see the people walking over there. You can see the size of this. And again, over and around. And here you can see the people of our group. So you can imagine the size of this. So where I am now is in the Herodian Quarter Museum, and this is an example of an upper Escalon house, wealthy person's house, most likely probably a priest's house. And we know that this was for a couple of reasons. One, you've got a bath, an indoor bath, which is very unusual for this time period, the 1st century. Also, you've got mosaics. You can see the black, which would have been from basalt, and the red would have been a type of hard limestone, as well as the yellow. And then here, we know it might have been a priest because of the mitzvah, the ritual bathing, which would have held about 40 gallons of water. And as I look up around here, this would have been the area of the cistern where they would have kept the water. And you can just see the general area and what it would have looked like. Several different rooms that they would have stayed. And that's one of the homes of the wealthy. Is probably. So here I am at the Herodian, Herod's palace where he was buried, and I'm at a site that's very fascinating. This was actually an architectural design that was designed once. It was later covered a year or two after Herod built it, and it was for Caesar Augustus' son, and when he came to visit. And one of the things that's actually fascinating about this area, and I'll just go across here, is that there was a procession that actually would have come through here and gone up into the main palace. You can see how high it is. That's where the people are, up on the top there, all the way to the bottom. And as I scroll around here, that we know from archaeological finds that there were coins that were minted around 15 BCE. Of course, they wouldn't have had the date on it, but the coins that we've had from other times would have dated it about that time. And there was actually also found here a lead boiler that was used to heat up a hot tub. And this was one of the first of its kind in the ancient world, and it's under lock and key, so we cannot even see it. But that is one of the fascinating things about this this architectural area, or this archaeological area for this site. But you can see where we are. We're actually see, Jerusalem would be this direction, and you can see the 3 towers up there, and that would be the Mount of Olives. So Jerusalem is in that area, so that would be further north in that direction. I'm currently in the Herodian, and this is a reception hall from Herod's day. This grand reception hall was intended for a dining and gathering. It was surrounded by columns and paved with flooring stones in various designs, while its walls were adorned with color frescoes. The reception hall apparently began to serve as a synagogue as early as the Great Revolt, and it was also used as a synagogue during the Bar Kokhba revolt between 132 and 135 CE. The rebels built benches, as you can see here, and around the 3 original walls and hall, installed 6 columns that supported lightweight roofing that replaced the splendid original roof. And you can see the columns here. So here at Herodian's palace, this would have been the main entryway. And being a circular area of the Herodium, what you can see is what people would see as they come in. This would be the direction. And in this direction would have been a rectangular garden area. Of course, now it's not there, but you would have had it coming in, and it would have opened up into a glorious type of compartmental living space as well as functional. And you can see as I move in towards the middle of the area what this would have looked like on the inside. And again, this is the main entryway. And very small compared to what I thought, but those were the arches that we saw on the other side and all the way around. So you can see. And there's our group. And then the facing from the front entryway.